Hello and welcome back again to Mother Africa. Please consider subscribing if you are new here. To those who are coming back to the channel, thank you so much. I want to talk about a topic that affects me deep inside our education system as Africa, especially at the tertiary level. In some instances, in as much as our primary education is useless, but at least I think we have made a reasonable and appreciable progress in terms of our primary education. But when it comes to tertiary education, our institutions of low quality, as if government officials around the whole continent watches this channel, we need to do something. Governments in Africa must make sure these institutions are producing quality students. At the end of the day, when you hand over that certificate, you must make sure it must be verified that surely this person is now qualified and skilled enough to go into ready to go into the industry and actually work and provide value. But for the most part, most of these institutions are very useless, especially that middle tier colleges, not universities. Universities have their own problems. I mean, you meet people and they tell you that I'm from Malawi, I'm from Uganda, I'm from Tanzania, I have a degree in this, and you look at them and you're like, what? You say you have a degree in what? Because you can clearly see that they have no idea. I mean, if you watch the previous video, I'm an IT professional, and they tell you they have a degree in IT. They got it in from Uganda or something. But if you look at the person, they know nothing about what the whole industry is all about. So we it's a call to our governments in Africa. Please, we need to improve our education system, especially the colleges, not the universities, the colleges. Those most of these little colleges that are around the corner, promising most of them are actually registered, promising that they teach business there, they teach business management, tourism management, they teach some technical subjects and stuff like that. Most of them are just a scam, to be honest with you, especially in Africa. Most of them are literally a scam. Just a side story to my own experience with these kind of colleges, I would say just after high school, I said to myself, okay, I need a technical subject to study. I don't want to be a teacher. I don't want to be a nurse. I don't want all those business management nonsense. I want a technical subject. Then I enrolled at a prestigious college. I'm afraid. Um, I'm not gonna name names here. I don't know the implications of saying those things. Then I chose a diploma in electronic and electrical engineering. So fancy, right? And they promised to give me a Seat and Guilds International certificate. And I enrolled into that class and I started studying. If you're a clever kid, you are always in front. You are advanced already. You start studying the material and look for different sources of books and start reading. And then when you come to class, you realize the person who's supposed to teach you, who's standing right in front of you, knows nothing. Then you start challenging them and you start asking them questions, and you realize they don't know anything, and you walk into the so-called workshop that the college has. There's not even one electronic board. There's no soldering irons. There's nothing. But you're being promised that you're being taught you're being taught electronics and electrical engineering. How is that even possible? They also have their course in mechanics, and you walk into the workshop for the mechanics. You only find one shell of engine. Like literally, there's nothing there. Old. I don't know when was that motor made. Like 18, 18 something or 19 something. Um, you ask yourself, how is this even possible? You're just teaching theory, and in some instances, you are actually not teaching anything in terms of the theory. You also have tutors that actually don't know what they're teaching. They went through universities, claim they have masters and this and that. They were also taught purely theory. They never been to the industry. They don't know anything about that industry, and they just come back and become tutors. And you understand the depth of the dysfunctionality of those colleges. Those colleges are literally taking people's money for nothing. They are literally scams. And I went to the principal of that prestigious college, and I said to him, "Look, this is ain't working for me. I'm not gonna do this. These gentlemen that you have given me, we were a class of like 40 students, but I'm the only one who went to him. Uh, Maybe I'm the only one who saw what was wrong. I don't know. Uh, then he says to me, please, I'm gonna help you, but don't tell anyone. I'm gonna put you in a different class for those who are studying lower, like a certificate, not a diploma, but because the teacher there knows more than that guy that is teaching in the diploma, so he's gonna be teaching his certificate students and then attends to you as well in the same class." And I found it weird. I attended those classes a little bit, but then I realized, okay, this is ain't gonna work. Then I just left. Luckily for me, later on, I found my own way, got into IT, built on my knowledge in IT in terms of getting more certifications and more qualifications in that line. You can see the depth of the problem, how these little institutions perform. The sad reality is these type of institutions are everywhere, and they're just taking people's money but delivering nothing. We need to improve on our education. Government must monitor what's going on within these institutions to make sure they're delivering quality training, and make sure when the students get out of those institutions are also have knowledge and they are ready to do something. You go and study electrical, and but when you come out of this, don't even know anything. There's this assumption in these small colleges to just teach theory on how electricity works, as if after obtaining a certificate in electrical engineering, you're going to become a designer of systems. How does that even make any sense? Where in this world does someone who holds a certificate in electrical engineering becomes a designer of systems? For the most part, with your certificate, with your diploma, you become just an electrician around your neighborhood, or join a company for electrical installations, not designing electrical systems. How does it even make any sense? But they ignore the practicality side of it. Henceforth, you can't even become an electrician, a basic electrician who knows how to wire a house, who knows how to fix a plug, who knows how to fix a stove. But we are so complacent and we ignore it. I've met some youngsters. I've met some youngsters who came out of some colleges, very prestigious colleges, that if I name names, you will know them. And they claim to have done level 1, level 2, level 3 electrical engineering. But I know electricity more than them, because obviously when you are working within your network infrastructures, there is time and again where you work with electricians, and you get to discuss things electrical. You're like, but how is that possible that this person who studied electrical engineering doesn't know anything like this? That's how poor our those institutions are. And then we need to do something. Our governments must put an effort to make sure these institutions are delivering. And even our primary and secondary education, I mean, we always laugh about what the Chinese do and what Africans do. We need to do something about it so that we can transform our education into something meaningful, rather than just learning stupid stuff. How many legs does a locust have? But you can't use that information for anything.